Monday, November 26, Budget Day. Minister of Finance Winston Jordan presented the 2019 budget in the National Assembly today, a whopping $300.7 billion, which aims to build on the successes of 2018 and support the strengthening of key sectors. In our first report, the Finance Minister said Guyana's GDP in 2018 is expected to grow by 3.4%, a significant improvement from 2017. Tiffany Rogers has the details.
Minister of Finance Winston Jordan noted the improvement comes from improved performance in the economy in the latter half of this year.
The target for real growth in the economy for 2018 was 3.8%. At the end of the first quarter, the outlook for the year was revised to 3.4%, given the lower than expected performance in gold and sugar. However, by the end of the first half of the year, economic activity had picked up in several other sectors, resulted in robust half-year growth of 4.5% and an upward revision of the projected annual growth rate of 3.7% for 2018.
Minister Jordan noted the economy is on the rise and is expected to grow further next year.
In 2019, we expect the real economy to grow by 4.6%. Amid steady growth in the global economy and stable commodity prices, this expansion will be broad-based, with all major sectors projected to expand.
For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Public servants have more to smile about. In addition to recently announced salary increases, Budget 2019 caters for basic minimum wage to increase to $64,200 and old age pensions increased by 55%. Tiffany joins us again.
Last year, the government increased the minimum wage from $50,000 to $60,000.
We remain committed to continuously improve wages and salaries of all public sector employees while maintaining fiscal sustainability as we strive to deliver the good life to all.
The increase is in addition to the scaled increase announced earlier this month. The scaled salary increases recently announced range from 7% for persons making under $100,000 to 0.5% for persons making more than $1 million. The increase is effective from January of this year, and the back pay will be free of tax, Minister Jordan noted.
In effect, the retroactive increase means someone earning $60,000 per month will receive a lump sum of $50,400 in December. A not insignificant supplement for the holiday season.
Minister Jordan noted the remaining measures of a 3-year agreement inked with the Guyana Teachers Union this year will also be honored in 2019. The minister also announced an increase in the old age pension and public assistance.
I propose to increase the old age pension from $19,500 to $20,500. At the same time, I propose to increase the public assistance. I propose to increase public assistance from $8,000 to $9,000. This brings to 55% and 53% respectively the increases granted to these two categories since the government came to office in 2015.
These increases will take effect from January 1, 2019. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Minister Jordan says 2019 heralds a new era for the country. Communities to benefit greatly and the justice system will see reformation. Felicia Valenzuela tells us more.
The government has carefully tailored its 2019 fiscal package to ensure there is freedom of new opportunities for all Guyanese. In presenting the annual budget on Monday in the Parliament, Finance Minister Winston Jordan said the fiscal package is dedicated to the quality of life of all citizens. The $307 billion budget cover allocations to education $52.5 billion, health $35.9 billion, public security $35.6 billion, agriculture $17 billion, infrastructure $38.5 billion, youth $1.7 billion, and the justice sector $5.4 billion. The minister says the government will be expanding legal aid access in 2019,
including legal assistance in the defense of minor, non-violent offenders, as well as increasing the use of restorative justice. With regard to the latter, a draft restorative justice bill has already been submitted to the Attorney General's chambers for review. which emphasizes alternative dispute resolution mechanisms which seek to repair the harm caused by criminal behavior by facilitating constructive mediation between stakeholders.
In the area of infrastructure, $2.9 billion will go towards maintaining and improving roads. The minister says well-functioning infrastructure that can support trade flows and transportation and protect the nation's economic assets and human capital from natural catastrophes was also very important.
In Budget 2019, we have allocated $38.5 billion to expand and maintain the infrastructure, principally in recognition of the emergence of petroleum, as well as the expansion and diversification of our non-petroleum assets. It is our roads, bridges, ports, stellings, airports, and aerodromes that will be assessed and expanded to catalyze the transformation that is no longer an illusion, but a reality brimming with hope. Of the amount budgeted, 71.9% will be spent on upgrading or adding to the capital stock, while the remainder will go towards maintenance and repairs. This sizable allocation will result in improved movement of people and goods, both nationally and internationally.
The theme of the 2019 national budget is transforming the economy, empowering people, building sustainable communities for good life. Reporting for InfoHub, Felicia Valenzuela.
Still to come, income tax threshold increase and ministers and MPs react to the budget presentation. Stay with us.
If you or someone you know was having a heart attack, would you know the signs and what to do?
Hello, I'm not feeling that well. Can you pick me up and take me to the hospital, please?
Know the risks and signs. It saves lives.
Welcome back. Budget 2019 measures will result in $3.5 billion benefit to taxpayers. These include an increase in the income tax threshold and VAT credits for electricity and water. Details in this story from Alexis Rodney.
Finance Minister Winston Jordan, during his budget presentation earlier today, announced an increase to the income tax threshold of $780,000, representing a 30% increase since the coalition government assumed office in 2015. According to the finance minister, the increase will see some $805 million being returned to taxpayers.
In addition, Mr. Speaker, the wages and salaries of public servants will be increased in 2019 after discussions with the respective unions. It is our hope that a multi-year package can be concluded and that progressively improves workers' income to a livable wage over a defined period.
Minister Jordan said since entering office, the coalition government has made tax reform a top priority. He said the previous 4 budgets contained a wide range of tax measures that are designed to promote economic growth and build a sustainable revenue base for government.
The 2019 budget measures build on the success to date by targeting production, incomes, and exports. At the same time, they support the strengthening of some weak areas, including the closing of loopholes and the simplification of business processes.
Other measures in the 2019 budget include proposals in support of the government's green agenda, exemptions for immigrants, exemptions for public officials or officers, old age pensions and persons living with disabilities, and measures in support of the private sector, among others. Reporting for InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
Ministers of government and other members of parliament shared their views on the 2019 budget presentation. We close the newscast with their reactions.
Every time you increase pension, old age pension, people who never bothered with going for old age pension before because they might be a bit rich and so on, they suddenly go. So we have been seeing increases in these numbers of very rich people turn up for old age pension.
And of course, it's something that has to be maintained as you introduce it.
Yes.
Not just a one-off payment.
No, it's not a one-off payment at all. So sometimes when people scoff and so on, spare a thought for the person who had to go find the resources to make this happen. and that every year, since we have come into office, we have increased both salaries, pensions, and social assistance.
For my ministry, we're absolutely pleased. I mean, we got a 33% increase in roads. I mean, we were up from 32 up to $38 million, $38.5 million, which is absolutely. I mean, the Minister for Finance provided for us to do a lot more roads, more bridges, more lights, and several other things in 2018. So therefore, we'll be up and around. We'll be able to get to be more impactful. I mean, this is a launch pad. I mean, there's money in there for the new river crossing, money in there for Linden Lethem commencement of that. There's money in there for the phase 1 of the Pre-Kagoshan. There's money in there for almost all my projects that I put up. So I'm absolutely elated.
Overall, in terms of the budget, I'm very excited about the possibilities of what we can get done with what have been allocated to the various sectors, in particular to the education sector. The budget holds a lot of promise of work that can be done and will be done in 2019. It certainly will address many of the priority areas in education. And so I'm really pleased with the allocation, and I look forward to the implementation with myself and staff.
So one of the things that I was excited about that he granted was that we looked at the fact that a smartphone today, and there's a particular brand that will be able to have the features that can do this. But there are now accessibility codes and features on a smartphone. And these features are specifically designed for persons that are deaf or visually impaired. And this is where Minister has very kindly agreed that on those model phones, they would be exempt of excise and VAT also.
It's a very comprehensive document. In fact, you could have seen there a lot of spending, a lot of money spending in all the sectors of our country: health, agriculture, infrastructure. And of course, this government also, in the 2019 budget, demonstrates its continued effort in the sense that people expect salary increases, and we have, it is there in the budget that 7% for those earning $100,000 below, and we also have back pay retroactive from the 1st of January 2018. And of course, the minister said that it will not be taxed.
Your tip for the day is a reminder for all motorists: when using your car, keeping tires properly inflated, turn the engine off when you're in a queue or at the traffic lights, and have your car serviced regularly. This way, you use less gas and save money. That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp and social media, and follow our website at dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.